Hello and welcome to the Old Fliers. Whilst researching a story on the Boeing 707, once owned by John Travolta and donated to HARS Aviation Museum in Australia, I found the previous owners had been Frank Sinatra and Kirk Kerkorian. Ever curious? I wanted to know more about this chap Kerkorian. Well, it seems he has a very interesting story. He was born in 1917 in California to Armenian parents. They had escaped present-day Turkey via cattle boat during the Armenian genocide. He didn't speak English until his teens. Dropping out of school in the 8th grade, Kerkorian became a fairly skilled amateur boxer, fighting under the name Rifle Right Kerkorian to win the Pacific Amateur Welterweight title. Sensing the onset of World War II and not wanting to join the infantry, Kerkorian learned to fly at the Happy Bottom Riding Club in the Mojave Desert, adjacent to the United States Army Air Corps' Muroc Field, now Edwards Air Force Base. In exchange for flying lessons from none other than pioneer aviator Pancho Barnes, he agreed to milk and look after her cattle. You can find out more about Pancho in a talk I gave about this remarkable woman. On gaining his commercial pilot certificate in 6 months, Kerkorian learned that the British Royal Air Force was ferrying Canadian-built de Havilland Mosquitos over the North Atlantic to Scotland. The Mosquito's fuel tank carried enough fuel for 1,400 miles. The distance to fly the safer northern route was 2,200 miles via Montreal, Labrador, Greenland, Iceland and then Scotland. Kerkorian preferred the shorter direct Iceland wave route following the jet stream to Europe. Cutting it wrong meant running out of fuel and ditching. The fee was $1,000 per flight. That was some money in those days. Some claim the risk was that 1 in 4 planes failed to make it. In fact, it was closer to 1 in 40. In May 1944, Kerkorian and his wing commander John de Lacy Wooldridge rode the wave and broke the old crossing record. Wooldridge got to Scotland in 6 hours 46 minutes. Kerkorian in 7 hours 9 minutes. In 2.5 years with RAF Ferry Command, Kerkorian delivered 33 aircraft, logging thousands of hours. After the war, having saved most of his wages, Kerkorian spent $5,000 on a Cessna so that he could work as a general aviation pilot. Many of his flights were into Las Vegas, the first in 1944. He enjoyed gambling but quit the habit in 1947 when he bought Los Angeles Air Services for $60,000, a small air charter service that flew gamblers from Los Angeles to Las Vegas in the DC-3, DC-6s and Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellations. In 1962, Kerkorian bought 80 acres of land in Las Vegas for $960,000. This purchase led to the building of Caesar's Palace. In 1967, he bought 82 acres of land on Paradise Road in Las Vegas for $5 million and with architect Martin Stern Jr. built the International Hotel, which at the time was the largest hotel in the world. The first 2 performers to appear at the hotel's enormous showroom, International, were Barbra Streisand and Elvis Presley. Presley brought in some 4,200 customers and potential gamblers every day for 30 days straight, breaking in the process all attendance records in the country's history. Kerkorian operated his airline until 1968 when he sold it for $104 million to the Trans-America Corporation. He then purchased the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer movie studio in 1969. Kerkorian had an on-again, off-again relationship with the American auto industry, investing at various times, not always successfully, in Chrysler Corporation, General Motors and the Ford Motor Company. Once the 41st richest person in the world, Kerkorian was active in philanthropy, donating over $1 billion to projects in Armenia. He died in 2015, a remarkable man. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Donating to support this channel would be welcomed.